Esau. So I want to tell you this. I had Caitlin Chess on the other day, and I'm going to have Karen Swallow Pryor on. And the reason I say this is because those two have been on the show twice. This is going to be you did a short cameo for us last season, right? But you were my very first episode on Viral Jesus.
Yes. Yes, I am.
We started this together.
Yes. I mean, I feel like I'm like a regular. I'm not saying I'm not a co-host, but it starts off as like he's on every now and then. Then next you know I'm a co-host. Then it's like Viral Jesus with Heather Day and Issa. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm just saying this I'm in no rush. I have a long-term plan.
This is your third appearance. So I just want to let you know that you and Karen Swallow Pryor hold the most occurrences on Viral Jesus. So you two share that.
Well, no. Wait. How many does she have so far?
She's going to be on this season. This is going to be her third.
But no, currently I will hold the title until she takes it from me. Thank you. Like don't worry about that. Don't try to take my moment. What I'm saying is right now, I am your most regular guest. Karen, whatever she does, like she might not show up. So you can't claim it before it happens. I am your most regular guest.
And we started this show together. So, oh my goodness. It's okay. I want to read to you something you posted on the app formerly known as Twitter. It is now X. How do you feel about that, by the way? Are you sad about what's become of Twitter? Because we met on Twitter.
I don't even I try not to process what's going on in Twitter because it's almost like you know how you have certain things that you just don't want to morally examine because you don't want to deal with the implications of it. It's like I know Amazon is evil or whatever, but I still buy my books and I just don't ask me about Amazon. So don't ask me about X because it might lead to me leaving the platform. And I'm mostly gone at this point. I don't post as much as I used to. So it's like it's as we get aged, as we age, the things that we once loved sometimes shift in ways that aren't healthy.
Yeah. And it's hard because, especially, as authors, like for me, the app formerly known as Twitter was super important to my community. And so I think I shifted off of Twitter pretty much like a year ago, and it's been totally different.
Yeah, it's really hard because I don't know if people recognize this. So we don't get rich from doing the stuff that we do. I don't know if you have vacation homes or whatever, but we we write. Yeah, you can do the pre-order. How far? Yeah, you can buy this book. But I think that a lot of us write because we think that it might do some good in the world. And one of the tricky things is how can I let people know about the things that I produce in a way that is organic and not manipulative? And how do you build a trust with the community that could then, if they feel so inclined, purchase some of your writings if they find them helpful? And so the more those places become difficult to inhabit, the harder it is for us as writers to kind of share our work. And that's what we do. I mean, all of us who write or speak or create film or art, we do it because we want to give it to people. And when things like Twitter become what it's becoming, it's harder for that community to develop.
We need to have you on for a fourth time. We're going to really get this co-host because I'm being serious. I think next, so in my January through May, I would love to have you on again. This is a formal invitation because I would like to talk to another author about what the shift has been like. Because for me, I've moved on to Instagram and I'm not like an Instagrammer. You know what I mean? Videos.
I am thinking about posting my first vid. I've never posted like a 1 minute video with the words and all that. I'm like an analog Instagrammer. And so I still post like still photos. So after literally I was going to do it, but then I said I have to come and do this podcast. So you will see in the same pink shirt, for those of you, if there's ever a video of this, you will see this same shirt on my first Instagram 1 minute video. And maybe you can grade it, Heather, to tell me how I do.
So when you come back for the fourth appearance, we're going to talk about how your time has been transitioning over to the video platform of Instagram. Okay, here's what you put on the app formerly known as Twitter. You say this: we need to redefine success to center faithfulness to our God-given vocations.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I really connected with that because I've been that's like a question I've been asking myself. I'm obviously I teach communication, so I always think about words, and I've been really thinking lately, what does success look like for me? And have I really defined that? And how do I know if I've reached it if I haven't defined it? What does success look like for you?
A lot of times I tweet out of the context of my anxiety. And I have a book coming out in a couple at this point in 4 days. It's out. It's out. By the time they get it, it'll be out. And I one of the things that happens when you get ready to release a book, you start to worry, will people buy it? Will it be successful? And that anxiety can be really hard for a writer. It doesn't matter who you are. There's this real fear that like this is all gonna crumble. And this is the moment, right? We convince ourselves this is the moment where it all comes crumbling down. And then I said to myself before I tweeted it, like, why did I write anything? Why did I put pen to paper? And I said, well, honestly, I wrote to glorify God. That may seem to be overly Christian, but it's just true. I just wrote to glorify God. And in some sense, hoping that the things that I wrote, the things that I write are useful to people. And I know it's very cheesy to say if one person is blessed by it, that's enough. And I want to say even that is kind of beyond what I can imagine. In the context of the anxiety around the book release, I said, I'm going to define success as faithfulness to the call to nothing that God gave me. And I think that God made me a writer. And so, in so much as I'm faithful to that calling, even if nobody reads it, if nobody reads it, if every single person goes, this is horrible, I can say that I was as faithful as I could. And one of the reasons I think about that is Jeremiah and most of the prophets. Most of the prophets were like, God says, go tell Israel to stop doing this stuff before they get into trouble. And a lot of the prophets went and told Israel to stop doing stuff, and the people didn't listen to the prophets. But I think I don't think Jeremiah was a failure, even though Israel gets sent into exile. And so I feel like I want to get to that level of internal peace of saying, as best as I can discern it, this is what God called me to do. And I pursued it. Maybe even you could think about someone who's a pastor who never has a huge church. But if they minister to 50 people faithfully, is that successful? I think so. And so just defining faithfulness, success through obedience and faithfulness was at least healthy for me in the context of book launches.